like to draw or paint pictures? What sort of drawings do you like to make most of all? Imagine if someone were to give you a magic paintbrush. What do you think, or what would you want it to be able to do? Hello everyone, I'm Kathleen Pelly. Welcome to Journey with Story. So, what do you think a magic paintbrush could do, and what use would you want it to be? I wonder, do you think there would be anything dangerous about having a magical paintbrush? Well, today's story is a tale from China about a boy who is given a magical paintbrush. And let's just say it makes life very exciting for him. Let's take a listen and see how that happens. But before we begin, a big thank you to all of our Patreon subscribers who help to keep our podcast ad-free. We really appreciate all of you. And if you haven't already done so, do consider joining our Patreon community today. Go to www.journeywithstory.com and just click on the Patreon button. You can even try it out for free to see if you like it. Now, let's take a journey with the magic paintbrush. Once upon a time, there was a boy called Ma Lang who had no parents. He earned what money he could by cutting reeds and collecting firewood. Ma Lang loved making pictures. As he had no paintbrush, he used whatever he could find. Sometimes a twig to draw on the sand, or a feather dipped in berry juice. Sometimes he'd wet his finger in a stream and paint on the rocks. Ma Lang wished he could learn to paint at school, but he had no money for lessons. So he practiced painting birds, animals, and flowers by himself. The more Ma Lang practiced, the better he became, but he longed to have a real paintbrush. One night, an old man came to him in a dream and gave him a paintbrush. "Use it wisely," he said. When Ma Lang woke up, he was amazed to see the paintbrush in his hand. He jumped up and painted a magpie. To his astonishment, the bird became real and flew out of the window. He painted a rose, and there lay a real rose on the table. "It's a magic paintbrush!" he cried with delight. Ma Lang used his brush to paint things that his neighbours needed, such as baskets, shoes, and lanterns. But before long, the local landowner heard about the magic brush and demanded that Ma Lang paint for him. Ma Lang knew that the landowner was a wicked man, so he refused. But that made him angry. He locked Ma Lang in his stable. "You'll stay there until you change your mind," he said. That night it began to snow. But with his magic brush, Ma Lang painted a fire and a bowl of steaming rice to keep himself warm. And when the snow stopped, he made a window and escaped. Ma Lang painted himself a horse and rode far away to a town where nobody knew about his magic brush. He earned money by selling his beautiful paintings at the market, but he was always careful to leave his pictures unfinished so that they wouldn't come to life and give his secret away. However, one day, just as Ma Lang finished a painting of a crane with an eye missing, a drop of ink fell from his brush and completed the picture. At once the crane came to life and flew from the page. The people at the market stared in wonder. Ma Lang's secret was out. News of the magical painting soon spread and reached the ears of the emperor, a cruel man who was hated by his people. The emperor sent for Ma Lang. "Paint me a dragon," he ordered. But Ma Lang painted a toad instead. "Paint me a phoenix," commanded the emperor. But Ma Lang painted a cockerel, which chased the toad around the throne and broke a precious vase. The emperor exploded with rage. He seized the brush and had Ma Lang thrown into prison. The next day, the emperor tried to use the brush himself. But although he was the most powerful man in the land, it wouldn't perform any magic for him. He sent for Ma Lang. "Great riches will be yours if you paint for me," he promised. Ma Lang agreed, but he had a secret plan. He painted a sparkling blue sea with a fine ship waiting to set sail. With the last brush stroke, the picture came to life. "Charming," said the emperor, and he stepped aboard. But as soon as he was out at sea, Ma Lang painted a fierce storm with huge waves that crashed upon the deck and wrecked the ship. The cruel emperor was left clinging to the broken mast and floated away over the horizon. Then Ma Lang became famous throughout the land, but he never used his magic brush again, except to paint for the people who truly needed it. Well, that was exciting, wasn't it? I wonder, could you make up your own story about a magic paintbrush that someone gives you? I'm sure you could think of all sorts of adventures it might take you on. Have fun imagining. And don't forget to check out our Journey with Story t-shirts and colouring books from our website at www.journeywithstory.com. Cheerio then. Join me next time for Journey with Story. Music and post-production was by Colette Jonas.